But the reason why I say it's in it's in the family is because Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm in a new little area of my house and I want to go over some different things with you today. I was going to make this video about reviewing some samples because I have quite a few, different samples here that I have been playing around with, reviewing. But I also want to talk about how some of these samples compare to some of the dupes that I have, and these are going to be different from what you've seen in a past video of mine. And at the same time, I want to help you save a little bit of money because I have some surprising conclusions about certain designer perfumes and certain Middle Eastern perfumes and how similar they all are, so that you don't end up, making unnecessary purchases. So just to start with today's fragrance of the day, I woke up with a mood that felt like a gloomy day, even though it's actually a very bright, sunny day today. I don't know why. I was in the mood for Liam Gray, which is a nice dupe for Gris Charnel. I actually had the sample for Gris Charnel and I used it all up because I figured once I've played enough with the sample, once I can test it and know that my dupe is pretty good, I'm gonna wear it all up because I paid for that sample. So that's exactly what I did. I used up the sample today. This is an excellent, excellent dupe, as we all may know. It's a sweetness that is similar to like the sweetness of when you brew tea. Even if it's an unsweetened tea, it has like this sweetness, the sweet aroma in the air from the tea leaf. I put it on this morning and I feel like in the little bit of time that it took me to leave the house from the time I put it on, I couldn't smell it that much anymore, because this is the truth. This is not a very strong perfume. It's actually a very soft, subtle perfume. Some people say that it's kind of masculine because of some of the notes that can smell a little bit fresh and cologne-like, but there is a sweetness in there that is what makes it unisex. That's what makes it pretty good for a man or a woman. But with that said, it's not a strong beast mode projecting heavy perfume. So after I had put it on and I was wearing it, I thought to myself, I don't know what I want to wear today because I want something that's still a little bit more sweet, but I do like that black tea aromatic sweetness, but I want like a little bit of berries on there. And I was kind of undecided between wearing this one today and wearing this one today. This is my dupe for Valentino Donna Born in Roma, the regular one, and it's called Love in Rome, and it's by Okja. And I did have a sample of Donna Born in Roma, and it is very good. This is very, very close to the real thing. So I took both of them with me in my purse into the car to head over to work, just in case if I should change my mind. Because sometimes that happens. I picked one perfume for the day and I'm stuck wearing the same perfume the whole day. And sometimes like halfway through the day, I want to smell something different. So I have enough variety where I feel like I can do that. And even if you have 10 perfumes, you can do that if you feel like it, right? You can change your mind 6 hours into the day. And while I was in the car arriving, I decided to spray some of this on after I had this on. And this on top of wherever I sprayed this kind of overpowered and I couldn't smell this anymore. So after I had put this, I put a little more of this on top. So what I'm saying is, instead of, if you're gonna try this combo, don't put this first and then this on top, put this first and then this on top. Or if you have the regular, actual original Donna Born Aroma. And oh my God, the combination was like your Gris Chanel, Liam Gray, sort of black tea, fresh, aromatic, subtle, very comforting scent with a little bit of sweet berries. Because this is kind of like a soapy berry, think of like a berry scented body wash. So it smells pretty clean, and I guess that's attributed to the florals, but it's also very berry sweet, and it has a little bit of that vanilla. So the berries combined with the black tea, it was such a nice combo and I very much enjoyed it. But I want to tell you something else about this perfume and this scent profile and this DNA. I had sampled a perfume that reminds me very much of this, and it is right here. And that is, let's see if you can see it, Crystal Noir, the EDT by Dior. And when I tell you that they are not exactly the same, they are a different perfume. But I think Crystal Noir is better only because it has a little bit more coconut, but there's such a similarity in this that if you have one, you may not need the other, because I know that a lot of fragrance reviewers are gonna hype up several different perfumes. That's their job. They make a lot of videos, so they might have videos going over Middle Eastern perfumes, and then they have videos going over designer perfumes, and they might talk about different perfumes in different videos, and you're like, that one sounds good, and that one sounds good. Maybe I should try a designer one. just so you don't waste your money buying Crystal Noir and this one because they're so similar. I have Crystal Noir on this arm right here, on this hand. And I don't know if, like, since Crystal Noir from Versace has been around for such a long time, it's actually not that expensive. So I would say it's a nice buy. But then BDK has Gris Charnel and it's very expensive. This one, the Crystal Noir, is a little more aldehydic, slightly, okay? Meaning, aldehydic means like slightly clean scented, like soapy scented, like fresh laundry scented. Clean, but it does have that black tea, sort of like cardamom tea feel. It's like that subtle sweetness, and then it has a little bit of coconut. And it's so similar that if you don't know the note difference, if you don't know, you wouldn't be able to tell much of a difference. Like you would not, if you didn't smell them side by side. They're very similar. They're in the same family, like they're brother and sister. And then another one that I have that I would say is maybe like a first cousin to these two is Moussamam White. Moussamam White is similar. If I would say any of these that are my favorite between Versace Crystal Noir, Liam, and Moussamam White, it's Moussamam White. Moussamam White has more of a leathery suede in the opening, but you can also still smell a little bit of that sweet, aromatic, tea-like, cardamom-like in the background. And it's slightly sweeter, even though it has more suede in that top note than Liam, because Liam has more of a cologne-y feel, where this one has that suede, warmer feel. And the coconut makes it also a little bit sweeter. Whereas I don't get any suede at all in Crystal Noir, but I do get a little bit of the coconut and the sweetness. So it's kind of like, you know, this one's the more masculine, this one's the more feminine, and then this one's kind of like in between, because it has the coconut that I get in this one, but it doesn't have the suede, and it's a little bit sweeter than this one. But yeah, those three, you know, think about it, consider it, try them out, so you don't feel like you have a lot of perfumes that smell the same, unless you like that. Some people like to have like a whole category of a similar scent profile. Versace Crystal Noir is very nice, and since it's been around for such a long time, I don't think it's that expensive, especially if you find like a nice tester. You can buy that like on Joma Shop, or, you know, one of those discounted fragrance online stores, or even Mercari, is that how you say it? Mercari? If you don't like leather or suede, I would steer clear of this one, because even though it's not like really strong, I don't find it repulsive, which to me, sometimes super heavy leather can be a little repulsive to me. It is there. And if you're a guy, or if you like something more unisex, more fresh and clean, I will go with this one. So anyway, that's that as far as that goes. Another perfume that I'm gonna go over some of the samples that I have dupes for, and then I'll go over the samples that I don't have dupes for, that are just like perfumes that are like designer that I sampled that I think are pretty incredible. And you guys asked me, and someone asked me in the comments, what do I think about Rose Couture? Rose Couture by Cadlage is supposed to be a dupe for Delina Exclusive, because I had a Delina Exclusive dupe. It was Club de Nuit Imperial, and it was something I couldn't tolerate. It was way too strong up my nose. So here I have my Delina Exclusive dupe. I hadn't completely used it. I did not want to completely waste it, because I wanted to wait until I got my Rose Couture, you know, the dupe for Delina Exclusive, so that I can compare. So now I'm gonna try it. And when I go to wear it, I'm gonna compare, and I'm gonna actually use it up. And it is the same. This is good. This is good. I don't know why Club de Nuit was so up my nose. Maybe it needed to chill out, maybe because it was a new bottle, because the actual Delina Exclusive is not that far up my nose, and I think I said this in the last video. It's far more pleasant and tolerable than the Club de Nuit, and this is more similar to the actual OG, even though everyone says the Club de Nuit Imperial is the most similar, best dupe. Again, maybe I should have been more patient with it. I had it for a couple of weeks and it was really powerful. But yeah, I can definitely tell you this is an excellent dupe for for Delina Exclusive. And then I have my regular Delina dupe, and I have my regular Delina sample. And let's try the sample again for you guys on screen. You guys see it's a dabber, and it is getting wet, and I am putting it on my arm here. So this is a softer rose than Exclusive. Exclusive is a little bit more of a in-your-face rose, but it's still very nice. I think if you like stronger, more beast mode perfumes, I would go for the Exclusive, especially if you like the rose more. I think the Exclusive, the difference is that it has lychee, whereas the regular one doesn't. They do smell a little different. They're both rose perfumes. They're fruity perfumes. I feel like in the Exclusive, the rose is a little more powerful. The Delina regular is a lot more gentle, and I like them both. They're just different. This is a little bit more strong on the rose, and this one's a little bit more of a fruitier rose, I guess you can say. But I think in one of my last videos where I went over rating some OG samples, I kind of went into detail with my understanding and my impressions of both of them, so I don't want to go into that detail right now. This is just like a quick second first impression. Now the Exclusive is smelling more berries, more fruity. Remember, you got to think about when some time passes and it dries and all that, you know. But they're both really beautiful. But you know what? If these two are that expensive and you want both, get these two. Just there you have it. So moving on to another sample that I have here that I actually have a dupe of. This is Baby Cat by YSL. And I have Rificat by Paris Corner, which is supposed to be a dupe. I've had this sitting for a month. I have not worn it. What you see used is just me testing and playing with it, because in the beginning, I was getting a lot of like Play-Doh. I don't get any burnt tires or things like that people like to describe. I really don't get that. But I feel like it wasn't ready, and I'm so thankful that I got it now, even though I can't really wear it yet, because I feel like it's more for like the season, like maybe after, like from October to like January. That's probably the best time for this, because this is very leather, very animalic, very ambery, very rich, very spicy, very warm. This isn't a fruity floral. This isn't light. This isn't for spring or summer. Granted, you can wear whatever you want whenever you want. I work in an office. I can wear whatever I want whenever I want. If I feel like wearing it and I want to smell it and enjoy it, I don't care what other people are gonna think. But oh look, it says it on the back. I didn't even realize the notes are written on the back. Top notes are elemi, pink pepper, and black pepper. Heart notes are saffron and oblanum. Base notes are vanilla and cedarwood. So let's try the Baby Cat sample again. And this is a very strong perfume, very strong. Like, this is gonna project. This is gonna be something that other people are gonna smell on you for sure. And the Baby Cat also has that little bit of that Play-Doh-ish smell. And I guess that's just all the resins and stuff, because that's just the way that it smells. And it's not bad. I don't think it's unpleasant. Ooh, that was a big spray. I didn't mean to spray that much. Now my whole arm's gonna smell like Baby Cat. Oh well. They are very dead on similar. Maybe I shouldn't be putting them so close to each other. Maybe they're crossing paths, but this smells really good. It smells just like this. And the leather, it's a different kind of leather. Like, it blends in really nicely with the spices and the resins and the vanilla. Whereas in this one, I can kind of like pick it up more like it's a suede purse or a suede jacket or a leather jacket, but it calms down eventually and you get some citrus and some coconut. It's a different kind of leather. Like, I feel like this is a very young, freshly made leather, freshly cut leather, whatever, freshly processed. And this is like a nice old leather that's been around for a while. It's been around the block. This just reminds me of like a mahogany office with a library and a desk and in a gothic like house, or like a cigar lounge. Like, this just reminds me of like, you're the cool chick that hangs out with the rich guys that smoke cigars. That sounds crazy to me, but that's what comes to mind. It's a sexy, feminine, yet at the same time well respected by men and women type of woman. That's this one. So then another sample that I got, because it just sounded so appealing to me, is Rouge Smoking by BDK. And this is supposed to be a cherry fragrance, but it has like a little bit of a smokiness to it. And I'm very cautious with smoky perfumes because I can very easily like not like it. But when I tried this sample, I was this close to ordering BDK Rouge Smoking, and it's expensive. And I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. Not that it's not good, but it's cherry, but it's not like a sour cherry or a liqueur cherry, which people usually associate with like a dark cherry. It's cherry, and it's not like vanilla, chocolate, you know, almondy, like bright, desserty cherry. It's cherry with smoke. Like I can't, and it's done in such a nice way. It's not like incense where it smells dirty. It's just a smoky cherry. This is my dupe for it. It's called Francique 107.9. That sounds to me like a radio station. 107.9. That's like, whatever. I'm a millennial, okay? We used to listen to the radio back in the day. But the bottle is so pretty, sleek. I really like it. And the smell. Bro. I just said bro. Oh man, that's so good. Okay, so you know how there's like smoked Gouda and there's like smoked salmon and there's like smoked whatever, peppers. It's like smoked cherry. So it's not a smoky smell. It's not like a campfire smell. It's not a cigarette ashtray smell. It's not a tobacco smell. It's just smoked cherry, which is so unique. So that's why I almost bought this. And then when I heard that this was like 35 bucks, I found it on eBay and I ordered it. And when I sampled it, because I'm like, okay, if I lose 35 bucks, if it's not great, but it's not gonna be terrible because the reviews are pretty good from what I've heard. And it's good. It's really good. Really good. I like this. And I feel like this is kind of safe to wear whenever. It's not super, super dark or heavy. It's interesting. It's sexy. It's, you know, it's a smoky cherry. It's kind of hot. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's all I have currently in front of me with regards to dupes and me having the actual fragrance right in front of me. So I'm just gonna go over the rest of my little samples with you guys and then we'll call it a video, okay? So the pink bag are samples that I love, that I either already have dupes for, and I maybe went over it already in another video with you. If I did, I'm probably just gonna skip over them, but we'll see. Or I have the OG, because I love the perfume so much from the sample, and I can't really find a good dupe, at least based on reviews, that I just felt it was worth getting the OG. And the black ones are the ones that I find gross, or they're just not for me, they're too masculine. So, which one should we start with? Which ones do you guys think? Let's continue with what I like, and then at the end, we'll save the bad ones for last, okay? Why not? Let's start on a positive note, and we'll just end it with what not to get. I mean, it's up to you. Okay, so here I have my sample for Donna Born Aroma. Now, my experience with Donna Born Aroma is that when I smelled this, and I do have a nice dupe, the dupe is really nice. And this is so nice. They're both so nice that I thought maybe I should get the original, because this is a 1.7 ounce, it's about to run out, and it might be OG bottle worthy because it's a beautiful bottle and I love it. So I got on eBay and I ordered one. And when I received it, it was a fake. And so I contacted eBay, I left a review. The seller was like, I'm so sorry, I got duped by my, you know, I got tricked by my what do you call it, my supplier. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I just want a refund. They gave me a refund and I was able to send it back and I got my money back, thank God. I had to go to the post office and all that stuff, put it in a box again and all that, but be very careful with eBay. I already learned my lesson, but I'm glad that that happened. I didn't get the bottle because then I went to Sephora and it was just like a nice little afternoon. I went to the mall with my daughter and I said, let's go in and sample some perfumes. And I found Donna Born Aroma Extra Dose, which I think I had seen in another review, I had seen it in another review video. And oh my God, when I tell you, I fell in love with Extra Dose, but it was almost $200 and I didn't buy it right then and there. I came very close to buying it. I'm figured I'm not gonna buy the regular. I like the regular and I have a dupe for it. What I want is the Extra Dose. So On Joma Shop, it was discounted. I think like $40 cheaper than in store. So I went ahead and I ordered it because it's that freaking good. So Donna Born in Roma regular is, like I said earlier, kind of like a clean, soapy, berry, fruity vanilla. Okay, so think berries and vanilla, but it's not so berries and vanilla that it's like repulsive, disgusting, and way too sweet in that gourmand way, because it has a little bit of a fruit, a soapy cleanliness to it, which is probably attributed to the florals. So what I loved about Extra Dose is that it's more gourmand. It does still have jasmine, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe it doesn't. It has black currant in the opening. It has rum, and it has like a specific kind of vanilla. I forget which kind. Bourbon vanilla, I think it is. So this one is like the cleaner, fresher, you know, more floral version. And then the other one is like a deeper, richer, more gourmand version, which is totally up my alley. So while I love this, I feel like the other one I could also wear and love at any time. And I have the sample for the regular, the dupe for the regular, so why not get the Extra Dose of the OG, because I love it even more. So that's what I decided when it came to that one, because this one stole my heart. A lot of people say that it's very basic. All right, fine, I have no problem being basic. It's an easy wear, it's beautiful, and I find it interesting. I've sampled and smelled some easy basic sort of perfumes that are actually kind of boring. Like for example, La Vie est Belle, I don't like it. I think it's boring. Like, it's not a bad perfume, it doesn't smell bad, but it's boring. This is nice, basic, but nice. Like, not boring, like interesting. Like, it's berries, vanilla, and like flowers and clean. It's really good. So then the next one I have a sample of is La Belle, which I believe I talked about in another video. And I also have a sample of La Belle Le Parfum, because all this talk on other reviewers' videos, I'm like, which one's better? Which one's better? Which one's better? Some people like La Belle better, and some people like La Belle Le Parfum better. Most people like the Parfum one better, the reviewers. But there's one reviewer that's like, you know what? I like the regular one. And I sampled both, and I'm gonna be honest, I like the regular one better. The Parfum one is nice as well, but there's something about the regular La Belle that's just like, it's like so perfect. It's like, don't change it. Don't mess with it. Nothing needs to be done to it. Le Parfum almost smells slightly like a different perfume because of what they've done to it, that it's just a little bit deeper and darker. And the regular La Belle is just this delicious, you want to eat it, fruity, like tart pastry dessert with vanilla and like cream and just cake. It's gourmandish with fruits and like cakey, decadent, you know, vanillic, creamy yumminess. And then you take that same scent and now make it a little heavier. I don't know if they put resins in there or patchouli. I think it has patchouli. Something that brought it down to like a more earthy, dirty level. And this is supposed to be like this yummy, delicious treat. And now you want to make it a little bit on the dirty side. I just wasn't digging it. It's not a bad perfume. If you want that darker, heavier, you know, more earthy component, it makes it kind of similar to La Vie est Belle, because La Vie est Belle has patchouli, which is probably why I don't like it that much. So I feel like the regular La Belle is superior, and it made me fall in love with it so much, even though I made a video recently explaining to you guys a perfume that I have that smells very much like La Belle, which was the Marina de Bourbon is the brand, and it's called Princess Style. And it smells wonderful, and I have it and I love it. It's like a $35 bottle. But I found on Mercari a tester bottle, 100 ml, barely used, for like $52. And a 100 ml brand new La Belle bottle in the store and on most stores is like $150. Maybe you can get on Joma Shop and discounted online stores like for $100, but I got it for like $52 plus like shipping and protection, whatever, under $60. I couldn't say no. So I ordered it because I couldn't say no. And I'm very excited for it, and I'm happy for it, and I think it's a great purchase. So then let's go to the next one. I think I talked about this one also in a previous video. The last one that I talked about La Belle, I also talked about Scandal. Scandal, Jean Paul Gaultier, same maker of La Belle, is a nice perfume. but I always heard that So Scandal is better or Scandal by Night is better. And I watched so many flanker videos, and to my conclusion, Scandal by Night sounded like the best one for me because it says it's the most honeyed and sweet, and I love honey and sweet. Scandal by Night. So Scandal, they say, is very similar to the regular, and so what's the point? Like if you have the regular, like, so I've never tried So Scandal, but this is the regular Scandal, and I had purchased already from my son Alhambra because it was pretty cheap. Okay, it was like $20 something. Candid Tonight, which is a dupe for Scandal by Night, because Scandal by Night, as you may or may not know, is discontinued. And even on Mercari, they're selling Scandal by Night pre-loved, some of them are even slightly used, for $120, $130, $150. Brand new ones are going for like $200. I see some bottles on Mercari that are like so used, they're more than 50% used. There's like 25% of the bottle left, and they're selling them for like $50, $60. So I'm like, you guys are insane. This smells delicious, and I forgot to get my bottle of it. It's in the room, but I did show it to you in the last video. It's called Candid Tonight by Maison Alhambra. And I've never sampled the real Scandal by Night because this is the regular Scandal, but I love that one. It smells great in the opening, but I feel like when I wear it, I haven't worn it out yet, but when I wear perfumes and I say I've worn them, usually I wear them at home throughout the day, and I see how long they last, and I see if I can still smell it. And then eventually I do wear them to work and, you know, when I leave my home, but I feel like it doesn't last. So maybe that's because I have a dupe and not the real thing. Maybe it's because, again, a lot of my Middle Eastern perfumes were too light when I first got them. It smells really good, although upon first spraying, it's not like super light when you first spray it, where some perfumes that I've received that are Middle Eastern are too light upon the first spray that I can't smell it. So maybe it's simply because it's a dupe and dupes don't last. So I might buy that $40, $50, you know, used bottle that only has 25% juice left in the bottle. It's very dark, so you can tell this person's had it for a while, so it's nice and like aged. But I don't know. But it's a discontinued fragrance, and it's very expensive, and it's gonna get harder and harder to find. But then again, I have so many other beautiful fragrances. Do I really need it? Do I really need to spend the money on that? I don't know. So I'm still undecided about that. Let me go in the comments what you think I should do, because once it's gone, it's gone. They're not making it anymore. And that's very sad. That's very sad. So the next one I want to talk about with you guys is Black Opium Le Parfum. So I went to the Sephora last weekend and I sampled a variety of the Black Opium line. And let me tell you, if you're gonna get a Black Opium, get Le Parfum. The regular is beautiful, but Le Parfum is richer. It has more vanilla. It's a little bit heavier. I feel like it's stronger. And all the others, there's one that has cherry. There's one that has like pear. That little extra sprinkle of that added cherry or whatever, it's just like there in the top note when it opens, and then when it dries down, when they dry down, they all dry down the same. Except for La Parfum. La Parfum feels like it dries down a little bit stronger. So it's more expensive, but that juice is rich. Rich. This is a newish sample, okay? And look at the color of that juice. This is just Le Parfum. All right. So I hate to admit it, but I do have the regular Black Opium. I did buy it because it was so hyped up, and I thought it was going to be amazing, and I wanted it because my mom had opium when I was a kid in the beautiful bottle with the long, gorgeous like pump sprayer thing and the tassels, and I love it. I haven't worn it yet. I've sprayed it on at home. It's beautiful, but I wish I had gotten Le Parfum. And I'm not gonna buy it because I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. I already have the regular. But don't make the same mistake I made. If you want, go to Sephora, sample them. They're all there. Try one on one arm, the regular one. Try Le Parfum on the other arm, and then see what you think about them within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, and see which one you like better. Maybe you'll prefer the regular. The regular's not bad. It's delicious. It's also sweet, vanillic, but it's just a little more, you know, like if this is the regular, this one's just like up here with like the vanilla and there's more complexity, and I love complex scents. So that's that one. I'll go over all my designer ones that I decided to purchase in another video, like just going over the designers that I decided to buy after I've worn them for some time, what results I've gotten as far as like, has anyone noticed it, complimented it. By the way, someone did say today when I was wearing this, I had a patient, I usually call them in, you know, from the waiting room, they follow me down the hall to my exam room, and and the lady was walking behind me and she's like, oh my God, it smells so good in here. There was nothing else, okay? We have like a really crappy little oil diffuser. That thing wasn't even running all day today. It was me, okay? So that's so you know. I have two last ones and then we'll get into the gross ones, okay? The second to last that I have here is Pure Poison by Christian Dior. And I do have a Hypnotic Poison. I did buy it because of the big hoopla, and it's a classic, and these things are gonna go, I'm worried they're gonna get discontinued. I'm worried they're gonna get pricier, and I'm curating a collection, and I do have a lot of Middle Easterns, but I've decided to stop buying Middle Easterns. I want to try some OGs, and I shop around for the best price, and when I find it, I go for it. But Pure Poison is nothing like, I've never smelled just poison. I've smelled Hypnotic Poison and then this one. And I have the Hypnotic Poison EDT and the EDP because they're different. But this is nothing like Hypnotic Poison. It has a Hypnotic Poison not fingerprint, DNA, like how do I say? So it's like of the same family, but she's totally different. So this is like a freshy, aldehydic, super clean, like daytime, very fresh. It's not this heavy gourmand, like it's gonna choke people out. It's got all this smoke and like vanilla and almond. No, she's nothing like Hypnotic Poison. That's all wonderful stuff. I adore Hypnotic Poison. But this has like flowers and rose, and it's almost similar to like the Delina and the Delina Exclusive in that regard, right? Not that it's like it, no. It's a fresh, clean, floral, daytime happy perfume. It's not heavy. It's not a gourmand. But the reason why I say it's in it's in the family is because when it starts to dry down, it doesn't get darker. It remains fresh, but it starts to reveal little, hey, remember I'm related to Hypnotic Poison. So there's like little hints of the almond and little hints of that darkness. But you really have to sit there and take deep whiffs and meditate with the scent to start being like, oh, there's that. Oh, there's that. So if people are not gonna do that when they pass by you and they just kind of like, you're just gonna smell deliciously fresh and clean. But you will know that you're wearing Pure Poison and not any other aldehydic, soapy, clean floral perfume. And for me, my perfumes are for me. Again, I've said this before, I don't wear them for other people. I wear perfume alone in my house because it's for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I don't clean my house for guests to come over or light candles for guests. I do it for me because I like having a clean home. I like smelling my candles. I like smelling my perfumes. It makes me happy. It's my hard-earned money that I paid for. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's not gonna be my hard-earned money that I bought these perfumes so that other people can enjoy it. If they enjoy it by default, great, but I wear them for me. So I can tell the difference between a regular, clean, floral, soapy aldehydic and Pure Poison, and that's why I bought it. And I have it, and it's part of my collection, and I will go over all my designer brand perfumes that I have decided to purchase. In the meantime, I'm currently not purchasing any more, and I'm dead serious. That's it. I have a good enough collection that I can wear for years, and I have made significant dents in a lot of my Middle Eastern perfumes, not all of them, but a lot of them, because like I said, I wear them at home, I overspray, I indulge myself. I've spent the money on these perfumes. Heaven forbid, knock on wood, if I die tomorrow, I will have all these perfumes that have not been worn. So I wear them. If I'm in the mood for something rosy, if I'm in the mood for something vanilla, if I'm in the mood for something whatever, cherry, I can be in the mood for something that is dead of winter, and in the middle of July. And if I'm home, I'm gonna put it on because I feel like it. And I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna enjoy it while I do my chores, while I watch TV, while I'm here home with my daughters. If I'm gonna go to the mall, if I'm gonna go out to run some errands, if I'm gonna go to the post office and someone else smells it on me, great. But I'm gonna be wearing them for me, okay? Whether I go on a date, someone says, wow, you smell so great. Yeah, I do. I always smell great. It's not for you. I wear it and that's just me because I enjoy it, okay? So enough about that. The last one I want to review that I actually enjoy very much and like is called Chloe by Chloe. This is a very easy reach, clean girl, you know, freshy floral perfume. Let's see if I can remember this one. And I ordered a very tiny bottle of it, like a 1.7. A lot of the ones that I'm ordering these days, especially designer ones, because a lot of the Middle Eastern ones don't come in small sizes. They come in 3.4 fluid ounce, 100 ml bottles. But the designer ones can come in the 3.4, 100 ml, or they can come in like the 1.7, 50 or 30 ml or whatever. I'd rather get the small ones and have a variety of small ones so I can wear different ones every day and not spend a ton of money and have too much product that I can't potentially use. But this is like similar to Pure Poison in the way that it's like a freshy aldehydic, but it gives me a little bit more of a peachy, you know, juicy fruits mixed in with that soapy, fresh floral aldehydic. And I think it's really, really pleasant, easy wear. You want to wear something light. It's not going to be killing you, overpowering you. Maybe you're not in the mood. Maybe you're like not feeling great. You're a little nauseous. I don't know, whatever. I don't want to wear perfume when I'm having a bad time in my life, like if I'm sick or if I'm in a funeral and someone I love died, because I don't want to ever have to associate that scent with that bad memory. But like there's days where we're just like not feeling like putting on perfume because maybe we're just like, nah, I'm just not feeling it. You know, not that we're feeling bad or depressed, but you just kind of don't want to. This is great for that. And it's also great to wear every single day as a signature if you want. I just found it to be so comforting. It's so simple and easy that I feel like I just had to have it. Because it's nothing like, it's not a cherry, it's not a deep dark winter one, it's not like a tea, it's not like a rosy lychee like Delina, it's not like anything. It's just this really simple, like, if you can only have one perfume, here you go. And I very much like it. So I got a little tiny 1.7 and it hasn't gotten here yet because Joma Shop takes forever to deliver, but it should be getting here sometime next week. Let's go through my blacklist. Maybe I should save this for another video. We're at 40 minutes. I think I'm gonna make a part 2. So stay tuned for a part 2. We're gonna go over the blacklist, all right? If you guys like this video, please hit subscribe. I am noticing that 70% of the people who are watching my videos are not subscribed. Please hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't affect your feed really that much to have one more person pop up on your feed. And if you don't hit the notification bell, you may not even have me pop up on your feed. You're just subscribed. So again, it doesn't hurt you unless you want to have me pop up on your feed. Then hit the little notification bell. And please hit the like button. And I'm glad you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you didn't, I'm so sorry. You maybe find another one that you like. And thank you guys for joining me today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for part 2, which I'm going to record right now when I'm done with this one. But you'll probably be seeing it a few days later, or maybe a week later. Hopefully not a week later, but stay tuned for that part. So we'll go over the ones that I didn't like. And I'll see you guys there. Bye.